Today is September 16 ba? 17. Yeah, September 17, 2025, Wednesday. At may panibago tayong pag-aaral sa mga aklat ni Billy at to ay Psyche. Pero bago tayo magsimula ay pakinggan muna natin ang ikapitong makadiwang pagtuturo sa panalangin ni Nicodemion, isang pakikiugnayan sa sarili nilikha ng huling Henok. Sa pamagitan ng kalakasan ng aking kamalayan, sa aking katalinuhan at sa aking pangangatwiran, ginagamit ko ng buong lakas, sa aking kaalaman, kapantasan, sa aking kakayahan, sa aking pag-ibig at katotohanan. Tanging ang kalakasan ko lamang ang lumaganap sa akin, gayunpaman walang ibang lakas. Palagi ang sanang maging mulat ako sa aking sariling mga kaisipan at damdamin, at inilalahad ko at ginagamit ang aking kaalaman, ang aking karunungan at ang aking kakayahan. At dito ko aakay ng lahat sa totoong pag-ibig, kalayaan, pagkakaisa, at kapayapaan mula sa aking sarili. Ang kapangyarihan ng aking kamalayan ay hindi lingid sa akin, kaya ginagamit ko ito sa aking sariling kagalingan, para sa aking mga kaisipan at damdamin, ang aking kalooban, gayon din ang aking pangangatawan. Sa araw-araw ay ilahad sa akin ang paggamit ng lakas ng kamalayan, upang ito ay patuloy na gumana sa akin at hayaan ako harapin ang mga bagay na hindi ko pa natututunan, kung saan pinangangalagaan ko ang aking karunungan at ang aking kapantasan sa pagmamahal, pagsalat para sa iba, pati na rin sa pag-unawa at katwiran. Sa pamagitan ng kalakasan ng aking kamalayan, kinikilala ko ang aking mga pagkakamali at nalulutas ito at naiiwasang gumawang muli. Kaya't walang ano pa mang mga pagkakamali ang makahadlang sa aking pag-unlad at pagsulong. Ang kapangyarihan ng aking kamalayan ay kayang kilalanin at iwasan ang mga maling aral, maling paraan ng pag-iisip, at mga panganib mula sa pagkakandili sa isang paniniwala, pati na rin ang mapanganib na material at mga makamundong bagay. Sa pamagitan ng kalakasan ng aking kamalayan, ako mismo ay may hawak ng aking sariling katalinuhan at pangangatwiran, at sa pamagitan ng buong lakas ng aking kamalayan, sa lahat ng oras ay palagi ang mulat sa aking kapangyarihan, sa aking kakayahan, sa aking kapayapaan, at sa karunungan, pati na rin ang kapantasan, pag-ibig at pagkakasundo na aking pinanghahawakan. Namumuhay ako sa pag-ibig, I live in love. Namumuhay ako sa kapayapaan, I live in peace. Namumuhay ako sa kalayaan, I live in freedom. Namumuhay ako sa pagkakasundo-sundo, I live in harmony. Namumuhay ako sa kagaanan, I live unburdened. Namumuhay ako sa kalusugan, I live in healthy living. At namumuhay ako sa kagalakan, I live in joy, I live in blessed. Ako nawa.
Okay, thank you so much, Ate Helen. Now I'm going to recite in German the third version of the Nicodemian prayer, also followed by the 7 affirmations, or Emmanuel's prayer, on which the Christian Our Father or Lord's Prayer was based, but this is the original, what was meant, otherwise known as the Mein Geist prayer. Mein Geist, der du bist in Allmacht, dein Name sei geheiligt, dein Reich inkarniere sich in mir, deine Kraft entfalte sich in mir, auf Erden und in den Himmeln. Mein tägliches Brot gib mir heute, so ich erkenne meine Schuld und Ich erkenne die Wahrheit und führe mich nicht in Versuchung und Verwirrung, sondern erlose mich vom Irrtum. Denn dein ist das Reich in mir und die Kraft und das Wissen in Ewigkeit. Ich lebe in Liebe, ich lebe in Frieden, ich lebe in Freiheit, ich lebe in Harmonie, ich lebe unbeschwert, ich lebe in Gesundheit, ich lebe in Freude.
Pwede ba ikaw magbasa, Cynthia?
Oh yeah, I was offering na nga eh.
Okay.
All right, okay, let's go now. All right, so okay, a necessary prerequisite to understand this book. Okay, please study the following text thoroughly and carefully before you start reading the book. Based on our own arduous and nerve-wracking experience during the translation process of Goblet of the Truth into English, for the first time carried out in cooperation with a professional translation company, it was finally proven that it is impossible to translate our Lehrschriften from the German original into other terrestrial languages in a comprehensively correct way and in accordance with the true meaning. Since our Plejaren friends have come to the same conclusion based on their linguist studies, FIGU Switzerland, the Mother Center, has decided to neither translate nor print any further books after that of the Goblet of the Truth. We will concentrate our efforts on the preservation and dissemination of the original text. We cannot and will not take responsibility for the misunderstandings and mistranslations that inevitably will result from translations. We, Billy, Edward, Albert Meyer, Beam, and FIGU Switzerland allow our books and booklets to be translated into foreign languages. However, the following terms must be observed. 1. If a person or a group wants to translate a book or a text with the intention to publish it in printed or electronic form, he or she has to get in contact with FIGU Switzerland in order to clarify the situation. 2. The copyright and the license of a work, book, text unrestrictedly remain in the possession of Beam or FIGU Switzerland. Before the beginning of a translation, a written permission, or depending on the scope of the project, a contract has to be obtained from Beam or FIGU Switzerland. So Lehrschriften means writings or texts. Well, that's in German then. Oh, it's upside down. Wait a minute. So 3, the translation must be done directly from the German original text. 4, the person or group in question is responsible for ensuring a best possible translation. FIGU Switzerland does not provide any guarantee and takes no responsibility for the correctness of the translations because it is impossible to correctly translate the German language into any other language. 5. The translators' names must be included in any translation. If there is no FIGU study group or national group in a country, it makes sense and is desirable to also include the translator's address. 6. Texts which are to be published in electronic form only must be put at the disposal of a FIGU daughter group, study group, or national group in the actual country for free. They will make the text available on the internet, both in the native and German language, and any necessary corrections to the document in question will be done promptly. 7. If no study group or national group exists in the country in question, when the translated text will be published on the website of the FIGU Mother Center for the country in question. Then, 8. In the case of the coded spiritual teaching texts, aside from contact reports and novels, the original German text must be included with the translation as an opportunity for comparison. 9. This text must be printed as an introduction at the beginning of each book or booklet in 2 languages. The book that you have in your hands is a very special work of absolutely precise and accurate informational content that is in the position to enrich your thought world if you dedicate yourself to the reading attentively, openly, and without prejudice. The informational content in the works is only of such great precision because the German language is the only language on our earth that is presently in the position to present in its richness of expressions clearly and without misunderstanding all the necessary aspects and explanations as they need to be understood. The old German forms of writing, spelling, and expression that are used and that may sometimes appear somewhat strange and peculiar are since time immemorial laid down in such a way that interpretations and misunderstandings are ruled out right from the beginning. And the theme can be dealt with exhaustively, logically, and clearly, which is today only possible in the German language. The highly precise and absolutely accurate explanations of the German cannot, at the present time, be translated with the same value into any other existing language on the earth, for the reason that no other terrestrial language allows for the same precise expressions like the German. When translating, this circumstance requires, according to the language, more or less extensive explanations, paraphrasing, and synonyms, which, however, water down the informational content and make it unclear. That is why each human being who wants to thoroughly consider the spiritual teaching and its aspects in order to draw extensive value from it for his or her further life is strongly recommended to thoroughly learn the German language in its complete richness and its extensive many-sidedness so that his or her understanding is ensured at all times. Only those who make the effort to learn the German language actually have the certainty to understand completely and clearly the text at hand and to fully exhaust its richness.
So,
Well,
yun.
so that's why, as an aside for that, I really strongly urge it. It's really quite fun. Like Duolingo, there's a lot of Figu friends that are there, and then we could support one another. And you could have the free version, but then I recommend that you get the one where you pay for a little because at least you have unlimited lives and you can go on as long as you can, learning. Okay. An important message to the readers. Oh, pardon me, what? You want me to stop?
Sige, paliwanag muna natin. Konti.
Ay, sige. Kasi minute ko po nag-log in sila na ano lang. Okay po, nasa sa inyo po. Sinabi ko
sige.
lang yon na biglang nagsalita kasi si Sister Rebecca, hindi nakamute.
So, itong prerequisite a necessary prerequisite to understand this book ay kumbaga sa lahat ng mga aklat na ni Billy ay laging ipinapaliwanag ito na kung sakali magkaroon ng interes ang mga grupo na mag-translate ng libro sa kani-kanilang mga bansa ay ito yung kinakailangang sundin, ano? Parang napag-usapan natin noon na gusto nating mag-translate ng Talmud, Emmanuel, at parang kung natatandaan ko pa, parang may kilala si Ray noon na na German speaking. So, makakatulong sa ating pagta-translate. So, ito yung mga information kung sakali, no, na kailangan lagi ay merong German sa other side ng book at bali pagka i-translate sa Tagalog sa atin, di mawawala yung English, pero yung German language na andyan lang sa tabi. Yun, hihingi tayo ng permiso sa center muna at i-screen nila ito for approval, yung ating, kung ano man yung gusto nating i-translate. Pero basta, yung mga materials na mga maliliit lang ng mga pamphlet, hindi naman kailangan yung approval sa kanila. Ang sinasabi lang ay dito, yung mga books ni Billy lang ang na dapat sundin natin yung mga requirements. Ito mga narinig natin na mga rules kung paano. So, yun lang. Sige, go ahead. Sinong mag-share? Bago tayo magpatuloy sa pagbasa. I-acknowledge kaya natin yung mga dumating.
Oo.
Para kita natin. Marami tayo. Yan, 11 pala eh. Sige pa, paramdam kayo o mag-short greetings kayo muna.
Hello po, good evening and good morning. Thank you po. Tatupad yung request ko. Hindi ako pwede mag-absent dito, sabi ni Ma'am G.
Next. Francis.
Hello po, good morning. Good evening po. Bago pa ako dito, joke. Okay po.
Okay naman yung good morning kasi good morning umaga sa amin. Richie. Hi, Richie.
Hindi siya nakakonect sa audio kasi naka-unmute siya pero hindi siya makapagsalita.
Sige, Noy.
Connect ka sa si Sister Rebecca nandyan na po.
Good morning. Good evening po sa ating lahat. Magandang buhay.
Kapatid na baby, thank you for coming.
Good morning po. Good evening po sa lahat.
Kapatid na Reynaldo, sa kaalaman ng lahat, hindi na JS ang tawag natin sa kanya, kundi ang gusto niya ay Reynaldo, yung buo niyang pangalan.
Itong araw na lahat.
Kuya, nagbe-break yung mo yung sounds mo para mag-sharing ka mamaya, maghanap ka ng magandang signal mo. Good morning po.
Yeah, and then Cynthia.
Oh, yeah, kamusta? Hello from California. Northern California, from Roseville. Naglipat ako, tapos so kami ni Zorn nandito sa California. Siya sa South, ako sa North.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's morning here, that's like 5 something.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, yeah, ang inyong lingkod dito sa Canada, no? So, nabanggit ni Sor na ako ay mawawala. As much as possible ay hahanap ako talaga ng may signal pag uwi ko ng Pilipinas. 5 months ako doon, kaya medyo magkakaroon din hopefully, itry ko na may signal lagi at bibigyan ko talaga ng time na yung mga araw ng ating pag-aaral ay maka-attend ako. Thank you. Richie, pwede ka na? O sige, kung mahirap para sa kanya mag-greet. Okay. Salamat sa lahat.
Okay. I guess I'll continue then.
Sige, continue reading, Cynthia.
Okay. Yeah, this is really important. An important message to the readers of this work. Interwoven into all of Billy's German spiritual teaching texts is an evolution code. This code is fully effective only when every word of the text is in its correct place and written, free of errors from beginning to end. The code releases impulses from the storage banks, which reach the reader and begin to work evolutively in him or her. This process is unconscious and has nothing to do with a coercion or with manipulation, rather only with the knowledge that is retained in the storage banks for all times, and that, when released through corresponding impulses, begins to get through very slowly into the consciousness. The same result is obtained when someone reads the German text, even though that person may not master the German language. It makes no difference whether the text is read silently or aloud, or whether one person reads it aloud to another. The German language originated from the Old Lyrian and has the same number of characters per word. Example, Salome, Friede, peace, Urde or Erde, earth. It is not possible for Billy Edward Albert Meyer to work the code into any language other than the German language, because no other language is suitable for incorporating the code. Moreover, one has to take into account that many words of the German language do not exist in other languages, which is why the sense of the German original can only be reproduced in part when translated into any other terrestrial language. For these reasons, each translation of Billy's text into a foreign language will have the original German text included.
So, yun, maliwanag talaga yung pag-translate natin ng mga libro. Hindi ko yata natawag si Raymond.
Hello po, good evening po. Good morning.
Sige, thank you.
Yeah, so remember that this is not the only life. Yeah, hindi lang ito ang buhay natin. Noong unang panahon, lahat tayo iba lang personality tayo, so minsan tawag dito, minsan tayo babae o lalaki kaya at saka lahat ng ito nasa subconscious natin, kaya at yung code, nagbibigay siya ng impulses galing sa malalim nating kaisipan, or kaya ito importante. At saka kung nais talaga ninyong malaman ang totoong meaning ng lahat ng pinag-aaralan natin, kaya sana you learn how to learn German, kasi hindi lang ito ang buhay natin, no? Ginagawa niyo yan, pinag-aaralan para sa inyong future lives. At saka kung nag-i-evolve tayo, nag-i-evolve din ang creation, kasi we're piece of creation, at saka lahat tayo talaga isa, so kung whatsoever you do for others, you also do for yourself and for creation. That's important thing to remember, and sometimes we forget, but yeah, it's and it's actually fun, like that, like I'm saying, that like there's many ways to learn, but then Duolingo is fun because it's like a game. You do it like even just 15 minutes a day, or any other time, and then we like support one another. There are many FIGU members or non-members that are part of Duolingo, and it's really fun to learn, learning a language, and it's also practical, so that when you go abroad, you'll be able to also understand, like especially if you end up going to the center, and you'll be able to know what they're talking about, or how to get around, all those things. Yeah. And then it's interesting to know even Jose Rizal, right? Lived also in Germany at one point, right? So, it's also part of our history. So let's think about that.
Akala ko nga nun, sabi nyo, pagka bago mag-start, meron tayong yung pag-aaral ng German, even one words,
Or even just the alphabet. Maybe that's what I could do. Even just the alphabet, because if you're able
one
to
word a day or every session.
Yeah, learning the alphabet is the basic thing. Kasi kami, I'm part of this group. Long time na we've been also trying to learn the grammar, ganon. Tapos ang ginawa namin, kasi isa sa passive member, yung asawa niya German talaga. Kaya ang ginawa namin, kasi homeschool nila yung daughter nila. Canadian siya kasi, si Daniel Cooper and the wife Nadia. So ang ginawa namin, we just pull the resources, and we just pay even just $5, for a lesson each time, one day a week. And then so bale, we're like first graders. We're like learning in school, like kindergarten, and so she's teaching the daughter, and the daughter's also learning. So, and it's really fun, and then we get to really understand that way. And so that's what we're continuing to do. Because they tried like German with Laura, like that. Pero, it's still the closest language to German is actually English. but then still, there's the structure. It's more it's actually let's just say, compared to English, it's more malleable. Like it's makes more sense, more logical actually. So that's why it's no wonder that when it comes to like engineering and stuff like that, language can have its how do you call this, limitations, but that's what's great about it. That's why it's no wonder that like the higher sciences and stuff, you have German engineering there and stuff. It's because also the language allows it to be able to be used to explain things that are abstract, yeah, just a thought, about logic, and we really want to understand things. Okay, we got page here. Okay, explanations by Ptah and Billy regarding the German language, 487th contact of February 3rd, 2010. So that was his birthday, huh? February 3rd. Okay, Ptah. We've really made the effort. We, the committee who deals with your affairs, came to the conclusion to get together with our linguists, to discuss everything with them, and to get their advice. In doing so, we examined altogether all present translations that were made of the Goblet of the Truth into the English language, as well as all the other small and large works that were translated into English and also into other terrestrial languages. Unfortunately, everything turned out to be extremely inadequate because none of the translations from the German original text correspond with them in a valueful wise. Many times the real original sense is lost in the translations because necessary accurate expressions, terms, and words do not exist in the languages in question. Very often, even synonyms do not exist that could be used as absolutely equal meaning of words and therefore could be exchanged or replaced in a text without changing the information being conveyed or its sense. Countless terms and words that are given in the German language do not exist in all other terrestrial languages, and besides, the true sense and value of many terms and words are not correctly recognized and therefore absolutely falsely interpreted. On the other hand, this occurs because the origin of the terms and words is entirely unknown, or because a false origin is assumed, which is even the case with linguists of the German language. Example, the Germanist, and which leads to fundamentally false presentations and explanations of terms and words. According to all observations, examinations, and analysis, we have come to the unanimous decision that henceforward you, from the Mother Center, shall not make any further translations. Okay. Also not into the English language. This doesn't correspond to a true language, but only to a halfway acceptable auxiliary world language that was disseminated worldwide through unhonest machinations from the USA with the aid of the British English and other languages, in which case the deeper sense is to turn the terrestrial peoples into English-speaking ones by using this meager means of communication. From our side, we recommend that you do not make any further translations when you have finished the work Goblet of the Truth, that unfortunately in the English language only contains inadequate translation values of all that which is laid down in the German language. And all this, although the basic translation work is being done by a translation company. The whole can only then be of benefit and value to those who are learning and interested if they make an effort to learn the German language extensively in order to then turn towards the content of the spiritual teaching works and to learn everything. Translations of the spiritual teaching and all related works into all other terrestrial languages only represent a poor reflection regarding the truthly sense when such translations are made. So Billy responded, but since you're talking so clearly about terms and words, just as I often do so myself, it is perhaps necessary to explain those two values once, because I know that many German-speaking human beings, Germanists too, do not see any difference. So I would like to say that a term represents the content of an idea, so to speak, which in its entirety forms an essential characteristic of an intellectual unity from which a certain conception, an opinion, a picture, and also an understanding result, which altogether can be expressed verbally or with the aid of the language, but also in writing. The word, on the other hand, is a small or smallest independent linguistic unit of a pronunciation, whereby the word can also be recorded in writing, but without pronunciation, or rather as mute non-pronunciation. Therefore, the word is a linguistic and also a written expression with a certain meaning content which determines the language and the written language a small or smallest part. Figu, Switzerland, March 2010.
So yun, nauulit lang yung sinasabi nila tungkol sa German language. At maaaring sa atin din, yung mga Tagalog terms din natin ay marami ding mga meaning na kahit yung isang word na yon, marami ang ibig sabihin. Kung meron lang kayong mapapanood ng mga joke sa ating mga lengguwahe, matatawa kayo kasi yung meaning sa Bisaya iba sa Tagalog pero pareho lang yung ibig sabihin, yung words sa Bisaya at words sa atin magkaiba ang meaning. So nakakatuwang ano yun. Tapos sa Tagalog mismo, marami pa rin ang malalalim kahit tayo ay lahat pare-pareho Tagalog speaking. Minsan dumarating din yung point na hindi natin maintindihan dahil sa lalim ng Tagalog words na ginagamit natin. Lalo dito sa Bulacan, malalalim yung mga salita nila at maging doon din sa mismong Tagalog, sa Batangas, Laguna, Quezon, meron din silang mga term na talagang hindi maintindihan ng fellow Tagalog people din.
Ate Helen, tanong lang. Kung bang nagkataon si Billy ay hindi ipinanganak sa Germany, yung bang pagdalaw ng mga playaran na yan ay magaganap, di ba? Na kailangan bang German words pa rin ba ang hahanapin ng mga playaran para gamitin? Or kung anumang lengguwahe ni Billy is adaptable ang mga playaran na makapagsalita?
kung hindi ipinanganak ka mo?
Pinanganak siya sa Switzerland, ang
Oo.
language niya ay German. Kung sakali ba na hindi nakapagsasalita ng German word si is ang mga playaran ba, hahanap kaya yan ng mga tao na talagang ang language na gagamitin is or si Billy ang susundin nila kung ano ang language na, halimbawa na pinanganak na Tagalog siya, Pilipino. Tagalog din kaya ang magiging national thingy ng mga playaran?
Oo, feeling ko lang, ewan ko kung tama yun. Kung dito pinanganak sa Pilipinas, maaaring, kasi mag-a-adjust naman sila din. Marami kasing, mas malawak kasi ang kaalaman ng mga playaren. So, ang feeling ko lang mag-a-adjust doon sa kung halimbawa pinanganak sa atin si Billy at fluent siya. Siyempre, fluent sa Tagalog. Yun palagay ko ang susundin. Ewan ko lang.
Yeah, I don't think so because you see the earliest, this is based on tawag ito, the earliest time, like, or what's the oh gosh,
The early
they just
language is
explain
Larian, di ba? So doon sila nagsumunod yung kauna-unahang language nung
the Lyrian. The Lyrian, the closest thing to the Lyrian, which is our forefathers happened. The closest language is German. That's why it had to be German, and also it had to be Switzerland. Daniel Cooper did a presentation on why Billy had to come at this time, and particularly also why in Switzerland. Because it's a neutral country, and actually for it
Okay.
to continue after his life as Mohammed, after Emmanuel. All of us actually have a lineage. We all have previous personalities, and but we have also back connections that come from the storage banks. When we pass away, whatever was worked out, is preserved, and then anything that wasn't worked out yet will continue on in the next personality. So that's how it works, life and death and what happens in between. So, but it had to be there, and that's why they're also still coming to Billy, because Billy came here, so that's why they're also learning, and that's part of the reason they're also coming here. All of us vibrate. All of us have a frequency, a unique frequency. That's why they're also able to locate where you are. And this is my own. I'm only sharing with what I know, like in my own life, right? That's why we're all lucky we're together here, because I know, and I'm speaking from my own experience, but I'm not. I'm pretty sure it's also the same with all of you. Why you are attracted to this particular teachings is because in previous lifetimes we were also together learning, whether it was in other previous incarnations of Billy as Socrates, or even Emmanuel. For me, I have that. That's why of all, there's 7 versions of the Nocodemian prayer. The one that really touches me the most is Emmanuel's prayer, And I think that's also part of it because you know, in this particular lifetime, I was actually raised Roman Catholic. So of course there's an influence also of religion there, you know, and it's also in our DNA part of it. We have to be conscious about that influence so that we can be free of the wrong beliefs that are tied into that. The what's important is to be aware. Once you're aware, then you can undo the damage and you can really set yourself free. Okay, so you could really know the truth of, you know, and cause and effect things. All right. Anybody else that wants to add, like Richie or whoever, please, you know,
Yeah, thank you,
before we
Cynthia.
go forward.
Thank you, Cynthia. Tama yung nabanggit mo, yung na-share mo. Thank you.
Satisfied ka na ba, Sor, sa sagot?
Matatanong ko naman yung confirmation yan sa iba pa pagka ano, like rents, kung talagang Germany. Kasi parang predestined ang nangyari kay Billy na talaga doon siya iaano sa ano. Sa sagot ni Cynthia.
Yeah, that's true. Everything was. That's why, you know, and creational energy made it possible for us to have prophets, you know, so that we can also be guided back, because that's the tendency. That's the sad tendency, is to create religions, you know, whenever they come to bring the truth. So they have to always come back to undo the damage and to really give the truth, you know, how it really is
May
without
may
religion.
response pala dito si Raymond, di ko na ano. Gusto mong i-share ang Raymond?
Please.
Ikaw na ang mag-share. Yung opinion mo.
Okay lang po, tita.
Tita Ninang.
Ay, tita Nina. Tulog na.
Sabi niya, siguro po, German language has the purest language dahil never silang nasakop ng ibang bansa. Kaya hindi nahaluhan ng ibang language unlike sa iba, like Philippines. Kaya German never celebrate Independence Day. Just sharing lang po. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tulog na kasi si Bibi. Kaya hindi na siya makapagsasalta. Okay, sharing na lang siya by text.
May katwiran niyang sinasabi na yan ni Raymond. Among all other languages, ang German ang most, what's the right term? Fertile or most descriptive or whatever, kung paano man natin i-kuhan. Siya ang pinaka. As a matter of fact, dalawang klase pa nga ang German. Merong ordinary German at meron ding high German. In the case of Billy, he is fluent for both. Pero pagdating sa pagsusulat niya, high German ang gamit niya. So, sa madalit sabi, kung yun ang pinaka-descriptive, tama lang na yan ang gamitin niya. At I would like to invite your attention na ang objective ni Billy, kung tatanggapin nyo na siya ang seventh and final prophet, ay upang ipalaganap ang teaching. At ang paraan ng pagpapalaganap na pinili is isulat. At kung isusulat, hahanap ngayon ng pinakamalapit na paraan na kung anong language ang gagamitin. And it was a decision, if I may say it, or it turned out to be na ang gamit nila is High German. Bakit yung ibang prophets hindi naman na-require na German ang gamitin? Si Muhammad, si Emmanuel, Yung iba pa, hindi, merong Hebrew, merong Aramaic, merong kung ano pa yung mga nakaraang panahon, ang ginamit. So, hindi pwedeng sabihin na dahil sila ay prophet, dapat German ang ginamit nila. So, to answer the question in short, as far as how I think it is the nearest answer is they need to put it in writing, and as such, they need to use the most appropriate language worldwide. Kasi ang top, ang ano naman yan, ang focus naman yan, o ang target naman yan, Earth humans. Coincidental na lang na pinadala rin yan sa ibang planeta nila puta. Pero ang primary is para sa Earth humans. And as far as Earth humans are concerned, kung magkakaroon man ng translations sa native languages, it has to come from something na magiging katanggap-tanggap or appropriate. Kapag ka gumamit ng, halimbawa, Antimano, British English ang ginamit, yung gustong sabihin ng message, hindi mailalagay sa maayos na pagkakasulat. Yan ang dating sa akin. At kahit nga nasa German na yan, German, kahit gamitin pa yung British English, hindi nga raw makalapit sa intention ng gustong iparating ng written High German. Yung pagdating sa parte ng kailangang ma-translate, binawawalan ba, hindi nga sana binibigyan niya ng diin na kailangan i-translate pa sa native. Ang binibigyan din ngayon lately is ang mga babasa ng teaching sa libro na ginawa ni Billy ay dapat mag-aral ng German. As a matter of compromise naman, yung mga German speaking, ay German or otherwise, o totoo lang, hindi lahat sila, kahit German na sila, naiintindihan yung sinulat ni Billy. Ang pinupuntos ko is wala. Ang pinupuntos ko is nawala. Anyway, I think I made my point. Kailangang German, hindi dahil sa si Billy ay pinanganak sa Germany, kundi kailangan German kasi kailangan ipakalat in the most reliable way or reliable form.
Saan ba siya talaga pinanganak? Sa German or sa Switzerland?
Sa Switzerland.
Pero ang language ng Switzerland is not a German. It's a Swiss.
Ay, hindi. Merong iba yung sinasabi mo. Sinasabi is High German. German din siya, pero Swiss. Ang mga gumagamit doon yung mga nasa Switzerland.
Yeah, well, actually, Switzerland actually has 3 major languages, and these are the borders around Switzerland. It's Germany, it's Italy, and France. So that's why those are the 3 languages in Switzerland. But that's an important point. Reynaldo brought up is about the High German, and the High German is what is being used, not only with teaching the German language, but also in the works. Yeah, so actually, if you were to speak Swiss German, it sounds even different from the High German. Yeah, some are teasing that, oh, sounds like a throat disease or something like that. When the way they speak, it's different, okay? But then you can, if you speak in High German, then you'll be more like understood. That's why that's what they also use in the translations is High German. Yeah.
So if you want to learn German, aim to learn High German
Yeah, that's
instead
what's
of
yeah, that's what
ordinary.
yeah, well, that's what's actually being that's what they actually try to teach when you're learning actually German in schools. Yeah, they try to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. You know what? It's interesting because we only missed by one vote having German as the language here in the United States. And that's why they were bringing that up, that point, that it was like a conspiracy to promote the English language during the time when with USA and UK, they wanted to promote it as opposed to German. They just missed by one vote in an election here, because German would have been the major language here in the USA.
Mm. Mhm.
Yeah, I learned that in American, because I had to get my citizenship, when I moved here from Canada, and that's what we learned. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
Cynthia, for the
Yeah,
information.
I know. Mhm. Sige. All right. Spirit and material consciousness. The human being of Earth has adopted the unpleasant habit of using false word concepts for things and matters which he or she does not understand or only partially understands. This is also true for the spirit and for the material consciousness, in which case the latter also represents the actual personality of a human being. In this false use of false terms, it also occurs that the human being speaks, for example, of spiritual nourishment, as well as of spiritual property, and also of spirit illness, spiritual delusion, spiritual derangement, spiritual disturbance, spiritual inadequacy, or spiritually lacking, and so on and so forth. Truthfully, however, none of these terms apply to the spirit because it can neither be sick nor confused, nor disturbed, deranged, or faulty in any way. It also can never be inadequate. Neither can one state that it receives a form of nourishment from the human being when this person is thinking, philosophizing, and learning, etc. Also, neither can a spiritual property ever be talked about if a human being composes written words or notes, makes drawings or inventions, etc., because the spirit itself neither brings forth spiritual property in this manner, nor can it be fed by the thinking, learning, and philosophizing, etc., of the material consciousness. All this can solely and exclusively be attributed only to the material consciousness. So, therefore, the material consciousness becomes spoken of, which can, through various other circumstances and occurrences, etc., be able to become ill and feeble minded, deranged, confused, disturbed, or inadequate, etc. The spirit itself is a minute part piece.
Sige, break muna. Break
Okay.
muna. So, yan. Doon sa pagka-unawa natin sa espiritu, no? Bilang mga espiritista kami, ay na-break dito sa paragraph na to. Kasi naniniwala, although hindi naman lahat dahil level-level nga yung pagkaunawa ng mga espiritista eh. So, tamang-tama na naniniwala sila na ang espiritu ay yung mahina, may lower nga lower spirit, high spirit. So, hindi pala yon applicable dito sa pinapaliwanag dito. Na walang ganon, walang holy, walang low spirit, walang nagkakasakit na espiritu, walang nag ano yon na yung espiritu natin ay nadi-disturb. Yung sabi, espiritu ay nagkukulang ang espiritu and so on and so forth. So alin yung nadi-disturb? So sinabi dito na yung ating kamalayan, yun doon. Yun iba yung espiritu at iba yung kamalayan. Yun. So pinaliwanag dito sa paragraph na to. Nagkamali ang pag-aaral. So it's okay naman din dahil step by step ang ating mga karunungan lalo nung naging doon sa pagiging espiritista namin, parang madali naming maintindihan na ganun pala dahil meron na kaming foundation na ang espiritu ay iyon ang aming kaalaman. And then naging bago dahil yung kamalayan ay pinupunto ngayon na hindi nabibigyan doon sa kabilang pag-aaral. So yun lang. Thank you. At salamat dito sa paragraph na to. Nung una ko siyang mabasa parang biglang nagbukas. Ganun pala, ganun. At sa mga susunod nating pag-aaral ay mapapalawak pa natin ito. Thank you. Tama ba, Jaycon, Noy, Baby, sa pagkaunawa natin ng espiritu sa ating kinapaloobang samahan at kapaniwalaan? Sige, kung wala, tuloy na ang basa.
Kaya, yung tawag nito, that's why yung dasal natin is actually, yung target niyan, yung material consciousness That's what we need to work on ourselves. That's the one that can be, because of beliefs or because of, wrong ways of thinking. That's what can lead us astray. So that's why that prayer is targeting our material consciousness. Because the spiritual or creative energy part of us is like creation. So that's the part piece that doesn't get sick or ill and stuff like that. And that's the one that enlivens us and brings us to life. So okay. The spirit itself is a minute part piece of the creation, which in no form can be disturbed or somehow negatively affected by the material realm. The spirit can also not be nourished from out of the material realm, and thus it can also not be of help in providing any spiritual property to the material realm. The material consciousness realm, the material consciousness itself, can indeed become disturbed, contrary to the unvulnerable and untouchable spirit, which represents a purely creational product in its form and power, as well as in its swinging wave, etc. It is also possible that from the material consciousness realm, properties belonging to a certain human being can be created, as for example, drawings, notes, writings, and inventions, etc. But also, as mentioned already, the material consciousness can suffer harm and illnesses and even delusion and feeble mindedness, because this material consciousness is also actually something that is of a purely material nature. The material consciousness is not only a consciousness form as such, because truthfully, it also embodies the personality. It is also this personality that is able to create all things. For example, drawings, inventions, notes and books, and so on and so forth. Thus, it should be clear and comprehensible that the personality, for example, the material consciousness alone, can be creative, as well as susceptible to illness and other health difficulties. But also, megalomania and haughtiness and all other negative as well as positive things are founded therein, because through the personality, for example, the material consciousness, all thoughts and feelings, all emotions, as all electromagnetic powers and swinging waves, etc., are created, which distinguish and direct the life form concerned. Thus, in this case, the human being in particular is spoken of. According to the explanations given, it is absolutely clear that no illness or other terrible things exist which the spirit could be subject to. Namely, as a creational part piece, it is taboo to everything worldly and cannot be harmed or injured by any disturbances or influences. Harm and injury or any otherwise damaging influence can only occur to material organs, etc.,
So,
and
hanggang
never to the spirit, because it is absolutely untouchable and uninfluenceable by any material or half material concerns and factors. Solely and exclusively the material consciousness, the personality, is susceptible to material and half material influences. Consequently, among many other things, only the following exist, which always and in every case refer to the material consciousness. Consciousness illness, kasakitan, consciousness disturbance,
pagkabahala.
pagkubahala, consciousness confusions, pagkalito, consciousness derangement, pagkaligaw,
Mhm.
pagkaligaw,
Pagkaligaw. Oo, pagkaligaw.
pagkaligaw. Oh, the way I said pagkaligaw, because diba there's another word, ligaw means you're courting somebody.
Oo, oo.
That's
Yeah.
so, see the pronunciation, see like that, the
Mhm,
Tagalog,
mhm, mhm.
pagkaligaw. Okay.
Pagkaligaw. Mhm.
Imbes na ligaw. Okay. I'm learning Tagalog too, so this is good for
Mm-mm.
me. Consciousness injury, kapinsalan.
Kapinsalan.
Consciousness inadequacy. Ano to?
Hindi puno.
Hindi
Hindi
puno.
puno.
Hindi
Kulang.
puno. Okay. Kulang. Consciousness nourishment, sapat.
Sapat. Mhm.
Consciousness poverty, kasalatan.
Kasalatan.
Consciousness possession, pag-aari, personality possession. Ano yan? I think that's when you're possessed. Ano?
Yun ba?
Tawag nito, di ba? Like no, like they say demon possessed, whatever. Consciousness loss, pagkawala.
Pagkawala.
Consciousness direction, may Tuhan. Consciousness, attitude, pag-uugali.
Mhm.
Mm. Richie said something, I think, in the chat. I thought I saw something.
Yeah,
Ito,
that reference after our session, anyone could watch that. It's by the supporters of Billy. I think the segment is What School Won't Tell You. I think it's lesson 6. It's a
Oh,
very nice video.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I met the guy there in Switzerland that makes those videos.
Nice.
Oo. Yeah.
ayun. So, ipagpaumanhin na mga susunod nating mapera na lang yung ibang merong psyche book na mag-share kasi ito yung kauna-unahan kong libro na nabili at talagang siyempre yung intense ng pag-aaral ay naandoon at yung mga susunod natin may mga translation talaga in Tagalog. Talagang nagre-research ako ano bang ibig sabihin. At napakaganda mga kapatid dahil yung una kong basa parang hindi pa malawak yung pagkaintindi. Siguro kayo ganun din kasi kung siya yung kaunahan medyo hindi pa malinaw na malinaw. Katulad yung mga term na swinging waves, hindi pa natin yun alam. Ngayon, na marami na tayong pinagdaan ng mga libro, madali na nating maunawaan itong psyche. Parang bumalik tayo sa basic. Kasi ito yung basic Parang ito yung bago pa lang ako sa Canada nung mabili ko ito. Through the help of Reynaldo dahil siya ay nagpabili sa akin na I'm sorry na nabasa ko yung kanyang libro. Sabi niya, naku, hindi pwedeng basahin mo dahil merong pagka-exclusive ang mga libro ni Billy na kailangan
So, Ate
yung
Helen,
oo,
question.
Personal. Personal.
oo,
Question po.
personal siya. Oo.
Ano po ang ina-expect namin sa pag-aaral ng psyche na to? Consciousness, most likely?
Oo. Lahat-lahat yung mga binabanggit natin ng mga personality, emotion, thoughts, yung marami pang mga bagay. Yung mga basic na mga words na na-encounter natin, maipapaliwanag dito.
Okay.
You know,
In
kasi
detail siya.
Kasi yeah, I know that's why it's also good to have that that diagram kasi there's a counter material consciousness and spiritual consciousness. Now the psyche is like the gatekeeper in the material consciousness. That's why it's important to know what this psyche is all about because the counterpart for the psyche in the spiritual consciousness or creative energy thing is what they call in German. They use the word Gemut. It's not. It's you can't transfer it into like an English word. That's the word that they use, the Gemut. Okay, so this psyche is the counterpart in the material consciousness. The material consciousness is what we need to use to learn to evolve. That we use in this personality or incarnation every time you're in human form, you have to know how to be aware and use your brain, your material consciousness, and that psyche is part of it because it's like I said, the gatekeeper. Rinaldo has his hand raised. Yeah, you could add something,
Thank you. Sa mga nakarinig sa mga abot-sabi ng mga batlayang nakaulayaw sa mga sentro, merong binabanggit na isip, damdamin at kalooban. Yung isip, yan yung consciousness. Iba-ibang classification yan. Merong conscious consciousness, meron unconscious consciousness, meron subconscious consciousness, at merong ano pa isa, I cannot remember. The point is consciousness siya. Hindi yan ang psyche. Parte pa lang yan ng psyche. Yan yung kaisipan, kamalayan. Ngayon, yung susunod na nabanggit sa sentro, damdamin. Okay? Yan din yung ika-anim na sense. Kasi sa pangkaraniwan, 5 lang eh. Sa ika-anim na sense, merong damdamin, pakiramdam, feeling. Okay? Kaparte pa rin yan ng psyche. Ngayon, ano yung kalooban? Diyan na papasok yung tinatawag na perception. Yung perception ng isa ay not necessarily the same perception of the other. Pero para sa kanya, yun yung kanyang perception. Sa kanya yun. Walang ibang makakakuha nun. Kanya lang yun eh. Siya lang ang pwedeng bumago ron. Hindi rin niya pwedeng ipilit yun sa iba. So, isip, damdamin, kalooban, may equivalent sa spiritismo. Ang maganda dito sa Billy Material, kinumpol niya sa isang salita na kung tawagin ay psyche. Ang psyche raw may particular location daw yan sa solar plexus na hindi ko masakyan kung paano yung isip ay mapupunta dun sa solar plexus. Paano yung kung unconscious ka nandoon din sa solar plexus. Kung paano yan mauunawaan, ibangan natin ng susunod na kabanata dahil hindi ako makapagsasalita tungkol dyan. Kaya ako lang binabanggit dito, yung isip, damdamin at kalooban, nakapaloob lahat yan sa psyche. Ngayon, banggitin pa natin uli yung kaluluwa. Yung espiritu na sinasabi natin, hindi yun yung kaluluwa sa terms na gustong ipakilala ng Billy Material. Wala raw kaluluwa o walang soul. But ang katapat noon, hindi man masabing equivalent eh. Ang pinakamalapit is yung psyche. So, walang soul, mayroong psyche. May kamalayan o creational energy, pero walang kaluluwa. So, karagdagang pag-aaral din yan. Kung ang tanong anong aasahan natin, isa yan siguro sa maipapaliwanag sa atin.
Kuya, hindi ba yung diwa din naman ng kaluluwa kung sa nag-aaral ng espiritismo, yun din kung ano yung nakapaloob sa psyche na sinasabi mo? Puso, isip, damdamin, yung mga gano'n. Yun din naman ang terminology ng mga nag-aaral ng espiritismo sa kaluluwa.
Kung ako tatanungin mo, hindi. Yung diwa
Sister
is
Rebecca,
mind.
ano pong pagkaunawa ninyo sa kaluluwa sa pag-aaral ng espiritismo? Paki-unmute po, sister.
Kasi po, yung kaluluwa sa atin, yun yung katulad din na yung spirit na incarnate spirit, ang tawag po natin, na mayroon siya ng 3 sagi-sagi o katangian. Yun po yung pag-iisip, damdamin, kalooban. Dahil sa ating po pag-aaral, yung ating kalagayan ay nalalagay dun sa 3. Meron tayong tinatawag na physical body o yung laman, yung kaluluwa, at yung espiritu. Pero sa ating spirit, kapag hindi pa siya na i-incarnate, pagka siya'y nalagay na doon na incarnate siya, nagkaroon ng body, ang tawag po natin is kaluluwa na ang component niya o taglayin niya ay ang ating pag-isip, ang ating damdamin at ang ating kalooban na siya ngayon na nagkakaroon ng kaugnayan doon sa ating physical body na mayroon naman ng 5 sagi-sagi. So, yun po yung pagkaunawa.
So, similar din doon sa pinapaliwanag ni Kuya JS din na ang sangkapin ng psyche is nagkataon lang na Tagalog yung term. Kasi narinig ko na rin yan sa pagpapaliwanag ni Kuya JC noon na yung kaluluwa, same thing lang pinaliwanag ni Sister Rebecca. Terminology lang ang binago sa Billy Myers is called as a psyche.
Ang mahalaga sa nabanggit ni Baby ay yung na-incarnate na. Kasi ang ini-incarnate, if you will remember, yung creational energy, number 1. Kasabay niyan, yung creational life energy na dahil sa creational life energy ay nagbuo ng consciousness. At yung consciousness, yun yung bumubuo doon sa material side ng consciousness. Kasama doon sa loob noon, pag pinagsama-sama, ay yung salitang psyche. Kaya kung babaguhin lang ang pananaw, matter of semantics, siguro from now on, magandang sabihin, nag-aaral na rin lang tayo ng libro ng psyche, iwasan na muna nating mag-refer doon sa word na kaluluwa. Kasi sa aminin natin yung kaluluwa is mas inire-relate sa
Spirit.
sa spirit o sa creational energy. So kung matter of semantics lang, doon na muna tayo sa psyche. Suggestion lang naman yung akin. It's really up to you how you would like
Bagay
to.
mukhang social yung words na psyche.
Pero
Social.
lalong mag-aaral tayo ay wala na-erase na yung yung kaluluwa. Mahaba na rin naman yung pag-aaral natin na-erase na yun talaga. Wala na. Talagang material consciousness na yung ating concept ngayon.
Go ahead, Richie. Nag-unmute si Richie.
Yes, sa Catholic, yung word na spirit is usually ang term na ginagamit kasi may soul or kaluluwa pati espiritu, so parang nagkakalituhan. So ang term pala ng sa Catholic, if I remember correctly, katulad ng the spirit of the Holy Spirit, the gifts of the Holy Spirit, parang daw niyan, parang ang direction daw niyan, something that is from above, something is from the heaven, parang pinanggalingan sa heaven. Although yung kaluluwa is siyempre nanggaling din sa Diyos, pero parang yung nila distinction is parang mas mataas ang kalagayan ng spirit kasi parang naka-attach siya sa mga divine. Yung mga soul na sinasabi, yun yung sa mga tao, mga nilikha, kung may soul yung animals, yan daw yung designation sa sabi ng Katoliko. Pag anything na may word, the spirit or the breath of life, parang directly reference sa essence or sa espiritu ni God or ni Jesus Christ or the Holy Spirit. Anything about the soul is about sa mga tao at mga nilikha. So, yun nga, parang pinapagulo nila. So, para magkaroon lang sila ng, alam niyo yun, ng magandang explanation. Yan yung ginawa nilang palusot. So, yun lang yung ma-share ko.
Related yan sa sinabi mo, Ricky, yung tinatawag na Holy Spirit. Interested ako dyan as early as then. Isa yan sa tinanong ko kay Billy. Ano ba ang meaning ng holy, holiness, Holy Spirit, ganon. Simple lang sagot ni Billy. Invention lang yan.
Meron pang Holy Trinity. Invention din, Holy Trinity.
Holy Trinity, yeah.
How long is that video that you posted in the chat,
30
Richie?
minutes.
It's long.
Yeah, kung sa susunod, pwede nating pagsabay-sabayin panoorin yan at mai-discuss din ni Richie.
Mm.
Sa last 30 minutes natin sa next week kung sakali. No pala. Wala pala. Okay po, 2 minutes na
2
lang
minutes,
po.
oo.
Sino magbibigay ng closing thingy, wording. Clear na tayo sa usapan na continuous natin tong no.
Oo.
So, wala na tayong magiging problema dyan. Any
Yeah.
parting words po bago tayo mag-closing?
Mhm. So yun, parang bumabalik lang tayo ulit na mahihimay pa natin kung ano ba yung mga binabanggit natin at the present na pag-aaral natin. Babalik lang tayo sa in detail at napakaganda. Napakaganda itong librong ito. Na-appreciate ko siya pero nung binabasa ko siya noon talagang parang mas interesado ako sa The Way to Live, interesado ako, parang na-set aside ko itong librong ito. Pero ngayon, nung malaman natin yung maraming mga libro, back to basic tayo dito. Malaki ang maitutulong nito sa atin. Yun lang.
Yan ba yung unang?
Baka hindi nyo napansin. Ay, sorry, Ricky, you can go ahead.
Sige, kuya. Ikaw muna, kuya. Sige.
Oo, baka hindi lang ninyo napansin, lalo rin sa mga kabataan, mayroong audio format na available, yung Psyche, kasama ng iba pang libro. Kung kulang ang inyong panahon, sa halip na magbasa kayo, baka meron kayong panahon makinig, you can turn to the recording. Ang channel niya is, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, Spirit Channel o Spiritual Channel sa YouTube. Yan yung naka-helmet. Isa sa librong binasa niya ay yung Psyche. As a matter of fact, I don't know, I don't want to say it, withdraw. Ganun na lang, for all those interested, meron niyang audio format na recording. Kagaya ko na matanda na at nahihirapan ng ano na yung mata ko nagluluha pagka mahabang panahon na nagbabasa. So, I would rather want to
Di
listen.
bale, meron naman tayong magandang audio recording din si Ate Cynthia.
Hindi naman lahat ng pagkakataon nandyan si Cynthia. Ang sinasabi ko, for other occasions. Kung sa halip nagmamaneho kayo, o sa halip na naghihintay kayo matapos kayo magmaneho, o habang nagmamaneho, isa lang ninyo yung isang page o dalawang page. Yun lang ang akin. I don't mind having Cynthia around. I like it for that matter.
Okay, closing remarks.
Thank you. I love learning with all of you. So we're all growing together. Okay? So, yeah.
Richie, your turn para
Oo.
closing remarks mo na.
Ano lang, tama ba yung information ko na yan yata yung first book na sinulat ni Billy, tapos around 10 years old pa lang ba siya that time?
Oo.
I'm not
Sabi
sure,
ko.
basta may mga sinulat siya. I'm not sure if that is the Psyche or books or may sinulat daw siya. Ganun. So hindi ko lang ma-confirm kung yan yung book. Pero pag yan yung book, means grabe yung immense information na meron siya from the storage bank.
Oh. Wow.
Yep. I-confirm ko lang kung
I think the first book that we did, I'm speaking, I'm talking from the California group kasi we had the earliest California group before. It was the Talmud Emmanuel. The Talmud Emmanuel, and then that's why they had, James Deardorff even talked about that, celestial teachings, and then focus and compare the Talmud Emmanuel with, what is this? Other earlier writings, the earliest writings. And remembered, like the New Testament was written, I think it was 200 years after the passing of Emmanuel, and that's how they ended up, creating this figure of Jesus Christ, which is of course fictional, but was based actually on Emmanuel. So I think it
Thank you
was
for
that.
that.
Oh,
I,
to my
I stand
knowledge, I
Okay po.
stand.
Stand corrected.
Oo.
Tanungin ko muna si Sister Rebecca. Paalaman muna natin si Sister Rebecca dahil alam ko gusto
Sinoy.
na ni Sister Rebecca magpahinga dahil late na tayo sa Sister, kung if you want to leave, you can leave po. Kung gusto nyo pong mag-leave na. At ito namang mga nandito kasing iba is talagang pangmatagalan din naman. Mag-aano pa kami, magte-training pa ako kay Sister Helen at kay Cynthia kasi. Thank you po for coming, Sister Rebecca.
Oo.
Oo.
Maraming
Salamat.
salamat
Thank you.
Salamat po.
Wala.
sa lahat ng nag-attend. Oo.
Mhm.